Good. Let's go ahead and get started. So we'll start this meeting, and instead of approval of the minutes, we're going to start with reorganization before we approve the minutes. So, well, actually, let's do minutes first. Yeah, let's do the minutes first. We've got the minutes from December 22nd, 2022. The one thing is Rex was part of that meeting, and he's not here today. So we'll look to Steve and I for approval of the minutes from last week. So I read them, and it was the best meeting we had for the year because it all took 15 minutes. So I already mentioned to approve. I can't guarantee that every Tuesday.
So you can write about the last meeting, except for everybody packed everybody on the back.
Did you second it? Yes, I second. Yeah, I have a sore arm actually. All right, motion carries, approve the minutes for December 22nd. Now we will have reorganization of the board. So I take open for nominations.
I'll make nomination that Stan stays president of the commission. Second the nomination.
All right, motion carries. Vice chairman.
Make a motion that Steve Kuhn remains the vice chairman.
Okay, I'll second that. So, all right, we don't have any other officers, do we? We don't have it. It doesn't pass by the
Vice Chair, you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, Steve and Steve, you're gonna have to use last names.
So you Steven, but we've already discussed that.
How this works, I can tell you, cut the cheese, you know, they talk about something, and he looks at Coon, and Coon says, what do you guys think? And Coon looks at you, you say, I make a motion, you say, I second, and it goes on. That's how they do it.
You just say Steve made the motion, Steve seconded, you don't have to worry about it. You see it.
That's how it works, Steve.
There's one from Steve's cup.
Oh, we're that predictable. Yeah. All right. Well, Steve Bailey is going to change all that. He's going to ratify on the.
Good count on that.
Oh, okay. Tell me what you have for us today. Okay. There's one thing you haven't done. You're supposed to have a resolution.
Well, here.
Oh, well, maybe moving on. First thing I have is a weekly Allied Health Plan in the amount of $865.19. Let's see. There were adjustments on that. A lot higher than the adjustments you had. Originally, you had medical at 54,845.03. And you had pharmacy at 110, 798.36. You had total adjustments, including stop loss, credits, and so forth, of 164,778.20. So the required amount for the claim is 865.19. Oh, that's good to see. And I didn't sign that, Stan. I did not. And that's to pretty well look at that before I approve, and then I'll put a signature on the stamp it up there. Steve, I don't know if you've got any questions on any of these claims as we move ahead. Fortunately, you've been to a few meetings, so yeah. But Mark is excellent at explaining typical claims.
I'll make a motion.
But that's one of the reasons right there why stop loss coverage is so important.
Second Steve.
Last time. Still have it. If not, make a copy for it. That's been on hold since we moved it on.
Yeah, they were gonna do it today.
So,
No, I got
need another copy?
Nope, I got it.
All right. Let's start the file right there. Okay, another one. All right. So that one's been moved, second vote. Yep. Next we have accounts payable claims. And those are in the amount of $274,478, $274,478. All right. I Have we had a chance to look over those? Any questions, comments?
I'll make a motion to accept the plan. Second. It's gonna print upstairs. Okay. It is 23. That's that. Payroll claims. Payroll claims in the amount of $336,031.17. 336,31.17. What was the number again, Tony? I'm sorry. We'll have that to you.
336,031.17.
It was already on my hands. Okay, it's down. I'll make a motion. We pay the payroll funds. Second. Okay, and that is all that I have. Shannon, has all the comp time been paid? Then, so the books are zero?
Yeah, except for
Well,
exempt employees.
Right.
As far as long as we're kind of working with Tony here, one of the things that I'm proposing to reorganize as far as the boards and subcommittees that the commissioners ourselves sit on. And I have sent that to you guys. And I guess I would look at that, and if you're okay with that, have an official approval as presented, then I'll give that to you.
Yeah, give me a copy.
Because there's just some minor changes.
Did you see them?
Yeah,
I did. Yep, I'm good with where I'm at. Yeah, I'm good too.
Okay.
So I just need to ask Doug if he wants to stay on or.
Well, if Steve doesn't care about that, then we don't.
Well, I don't care as long as he wants to stay on it. If he doesn't want to stay on it, okay, I'll take his spot. Gotcha. Okay.
So, the only thing we had a question on was, Greg Bauman had been on the Public Defender Board as a commissioner for many years, obviously. So that moves unofficially to Steve when he took that spot. So I don't know if we need to
Does that have to be a
an
commissioner?
active commissioner on that board.
No, actually, well, Doug's been on there for the last,
I don't know
2 years.
what.
He's still making the meetings.
Okay.
He's still attending. But, yeah, because I think his appointment actually wasn't up until the end of this year.
Right.
So they're staggered appointments, and so his appointment just was still in effect.
Still going.
And so now it's up, and
Do you think we should have a commissioner represent on that board in addition to that? Or do you think we're okay with that?
doesn't need to be commissioner, but it can be. That's entirely up to you guys.
So I guess I'll leave that on as far as our boards and subcommittees, and if at such time we want to have a commissioner set in,
Okay.
then that would be you. All right. So anyway, did we have a motion to, I don't know if we need a motion to approve that.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Yeah.
Me three.
You will.
So Brooke just sent it over.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we don't have the.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, let's take a look at it.
Okay. And then, just a couple of things. I would think we'll wait till your report.
Yeah, I've got all the appointment forms here, and so we can go through that list whenever that comes up. So if you want to go through the meeting and everybody else.
Yeah,
Go through it at the end if you want.
Okay. All right, so, county highway. Very bad.
What a difference a week makes. A week ago, we were cleaning up roads of snow, and now we're not doing that.
For sure. Yeah.
So the only thing I have today, as part of the community crossings, if you remember, we need to set it up so we have one signer on everything. If you remember Stan last year, we set you up with DocuSign to sign the paperwork now. So I wanted to come to this meeting and just basically ask Mark, we need to, it has to be either a resolution or just documented in the minutes. I didn't know since it's not here when you were signing it.
Yes, you did. What's it for?
For our community crossings grant, they need one person that signs.
Okay.
And we set it up last year since Stan was the chair.
Yeah, I think with,
I've got those documents too. I don't know if that's.
I would say probably just have something in the minutes that just authorizes the chairman to sign on behalf of the board of commissioners for community crossing grants.
And then I'll go with you because to make sure that we have everything signed correctly.
Yeah, basically, the guy sent me a reminder email, but I just want to make sure it's the same one gonna sign. I'll fill that out again and send it back to him, tell him it's staying the same.
Okay.
Yeah, in case they want to see something, at least have something in the
He
minutes.
said as long as it's documented in minutes.
Yeah.
So I got
So you need a motion on that?
Yeah,
I'll make a motion.
second.
That motion carries. Yeah, because I've got, we can look at that together.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good.
Yeah, other than that, no, business as usual, starting the new year, letting water off road and checking stuff, so.
Yeah. Well, and it's days like this where that building helps to get the water off the roads.
Yeah, we were talking about that too, so what, we've got some things in mind, come to you with some equipment ideas we have. We figured letting it get settled at a meeting or two, get everything figured out. Then we'll go back and have some requests.
Okay.
Yeah, other than that, business as usual.
Well, very good. So we'll see what kind of winter we've got. I think tomorrow the temperature's supposed to drop again.
Well, tomorrow's still 55, and then after that, it's mid to upper 30s for the next 10-day forecast, so.
All right. But no freezing right away. So,
Not right away.
not right away.
What's the alleged storm that second storm we're supposed to get? Is there any reality to that?
I
Or?
haven't heard yet. The only thing I saw was chance of freezing rain on Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah, there's one coming off the west coast right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said that's another big one, but I haven't heard.
It's the weekend or better the restaurant. That's always good.
Yeah, I think it's a week.
There's at least 3 out there yet.
Is there,
And some of the guys,
is that from the Farmer's Almanac or is that from?
Rick McCoy.
That's what that is. Tell us that stuff. Fills it in, it draws in, it's kind of.
we've got guys that watch the Farmer's Almanac and some other stuff, and they're saying for January, we're supposed to could have up to 30 inches of snow. So,
The National Weather Service said 1 big snow in January and 1 big one in February.
How do they know?
It's easy, really, rooms.
On the big part of it, you would have had 10 inches of snow melt down plus this.
I know if this rain would have been snow, yeah. That's all I got there, so.
All right. Thank you very much.
Hey, Brad.
All right, Rick.
Anything going on with the Brad Day?
You know me to see that over here.
I don't think he's been working. Just 2 updates I'm going to share with you. 125 is under construction right now. With that wall. So Tony, we won't be able to schedule any meetings in there during 125.
So you tell us we can?
Yeah.
Unless they don't say they're gonna audit it. Have you talked to economic development too, that they're aware?
I will.
Because I know they use
Just
that.
came today, so
Okay,
I will go. There was no one in there this morning, so, but I will tell.
okay.
Food bank is moved. They
Okay.
have it in their location now. So everything is completely out downstairs.
It's all in there,
Yes.
okay.
Yes. That, I don't,
Very good, so hopefully they will not be using the elevator at all. And so they'll have everything,
all nicer.
yeah,
Wow.
nice for them.
Have you had any feedback on the elevator? When it'll be here?
The gentleman was here, I'm losing track, guys. In between Christmas and that, and just looked everything over and everything, but I've not heard back.
I told him some dates to stay away from. I've not heard back if they've gotten any.
So he'll try to work it his schedule according to.
Yeah, well, he's gonna have to work it in ours, matter of speech, because we can't be having it tax time and, or I don't want it then. So, yeah, I mean, I worked out some dates with him. He's not gotten back with me. He's getting a rough quote today.
Yeah,
Get another one today.
did you call that guy for him?
Yeah, that's actually his.
Okay.
They're coming today. 12:30.
Yeah, that's.
Other than that, just
Things going on.
All right. Well, we appreciate all the work you're doing, for sure.
Thanks.
Good.
Thanks, Rick.
All right. Ed, do you have anything for us today?
And not really, I have given you all of the information I have, Road Meadows, the updated survey. You all got an email, and as soon as I get Steve's updated email address, I'll send him one, but he does have a paper copy of it. So I'm just waiting on you guys to do anything you need me to do on that.
Okay.
And then the other thing I have is the financial planning committee meeting, which is in 2 weeks, 9 o'clock. Okay, that's all I have.
What's the date on?
17th.
Okay.
You will need that meeting to have some new officers. Rex was president.
What's that?
So, went up the officer, the first.
Yeah. Well, we might look to Steve, because Steve has done hardly anything since he's been a commissioner. For 18 minutes.
You need to clarify, because there's more than one Steve. That's why it was, a whole lot about making of the unborn slightly more, so.
Yeah. Ah, very good. Yeah, we were planning on that, that's at 9 o'clock.
Yes. It's here. Yes, all three of us need to see here, right?
Okay. All right. Very good.
In 2 weeks. I wanted to make sure the surveyor's office, because it would have been 9 a.m. surveyor meeting.
When we originally said that, you guys looked at your calendar and thought that that date would not be the best.
Okay.
All right, we'll have to,
That was a month ago.
yeah, we'll have to make the drainage board.
Yeah.
I have drainage boards on the 24th.
The 20th.
So we think they accommodated all of that.
So,
For some reason,
That's every 2 weeks.
yeah, I grabbed that off of that calendar they handed out, and it was the 24th, so I was having a hard time figuring out what their strategy was.
okay. So I think we'll be okay then.
I mean, I can move it if you need it, but
No, that'll work. So then we'll be okay.
so.
All right. Thank you. Looks like Mark Wynn is not here. Mark, do you have that, or you want to let Shannon jump in with updates? Do you have any updates for us?
I have one. So last month, we had a wage review with the wage review committee on the secretary in the public defender's office. And the only suggestion out of that was to change the title from secretary to legal assistant. That board and Brad Weber felt like that title was better, more appropriate for that position. And then it would lead us into increasing the band as well. So this is an updated job description with just the title changed from secretary to legal assistant. I just didn't get a chance to send it to you guys last week. So that's all I have. You want to look at
Do you
it?
agree with that? Is that
I do.
title?
Yes, I do. Compared to the other legal assistants that we have in the county, I think the positions are similar enough to warrant it.
Good deal.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's all I have.
Make a motion to approve that change in job description.
Second. Motion carries. Thank you.
Thanks very much. All I got.
All right. Mark, you want to start us off?
All right, so we got appointments for 2023. And the first batch that we have here are annual appointments, or they're appointments for a one-year term. And I will go through them.
Do we want to do these since we have not contacted any of the appointments as far as pending acceptance? Or what would be the best way?
I think you can do them all. These are all subject to the individuals accepting the appointment. So I think this is you indicating that, the commissioners have reappointed you. Anybody, though, each and every one of them has to come into the auditor's office and sign their oath of acceptance.
Okay.
So if they don't want to be reappointed, they're going to let you know. And they won't sign their oath of acceptance, and it won't be certified.
Okay.
So, and most of these are they're the ones, I think you've had the list and gone through.
Yeah.
So, let's see. First one, and no particular order, but I've got, I don't know if you have your list, I'm going to go through and I'll check them off here kind of as we go. First one is the appointment of Michael Brown, Information Technology Director. Then for this year, and each of these says continuing at the pleasure of the board during 2023. So they're appointed to serve at the pleasure of the Board of Commissioners, and so it would be for this year. And so that's the first one, and that's Mike Brown. And I'll just, if you have any questions on these, I'll just send them down. You can.
Okay, I'm going to mark them off on my list as you.
And the next one is to appoint Trey Lights as County Veteran Service Officer for 2023. And next one, Jessica Bergdahl is Adams County Sanitarium.
Mark.
Yes,
Mark,
yes.
last name is different. I don't know if we need the new one.
Oh, you're right. Why did I say Bergdahl? Well, I guess it was Bergdahl the last time we got short. Yes.
All I can say is Bergdahl is a lot easier to pronounce than that.
All right, well, we'll get that straightened out. You're right. I apologize. I'm not even gonna try to spell it because I'm gonna mess up. Do you know the spelling, Shannon?
Yeah, it's RUTSCHILLING.
All right.
Sorry to interrupt.
No, I'm glad you did. Jessica Redstone. We'll get that fixed. The John August, EMA Director, Advisory Board Member, and again, to serve with the pleasure of the board. I spoke to John and I let him know that we would just appoint him, and then whenever he said that he's planning to be here until the end of February, and I said whenever he's ready to retire, let us know, and then we'll accept that as a resignation, and then you can appoint his replacement. So I did talk to John. All right, so that's that one. We'll just go through a stack of them here and then take a motion to approve them, and then you can sign them. And we've got Dan Hackman, Weights and Measures Inspector. Rick Burkhalter, Grounds and Facility Manager. Brad Yoder, Highway Superintendent. Brad's here. Are you in for another year?
I think I already signed it.
All right.
I guess it's a done deal.
Paul's not gonna contest that. He's gonna. Okay. We've got Mark Lynn, Building Inspector, Plan Commission Director. Mark Blankenship, School of Meadows Home Administrator. Paul Zerby, Assistant Highway Superintendent. Speak now, or forever hold your peace. Jacqueline Spears, Drainage Board member, Secretary, Drainage Board. Speak up if there's any changes that you're, if you want to maybe make a motion and approve those so far.
Sure. We got it. I'll accept the motion to approve this. So move.
Second.
Okay, all right, so you can start sending them down for signature. We got Max Beer, Property Tax Assessment Board of Appeals. Rex King, Property Tax Assessment Board of Appeals. I've got this one, I got a cell phone number, and I didn't get a hold of him yet, so Paul Moore right now serves on the Wabash Heritage River corridor. And I've got to check with him and see if he wants to continue to do that, or check with Mike and see if that's something that he wants to do. I don't know that it has to be the surveyor, but maybe that's a requirement. I don't think so. But we'll hold off on that one until I talk to Paul. Next one was Randy Lehman, Wabash Heritage River Corridor member. John Kent, Alcohol Beverage Board member. John August, District 3 Advisory Board member. Bill Grimm, District 3 Advisory Board member. Kent Leakey, Adams County Economic Development Commission member. Jay Gould, Economic Development Commission member. Stan Stoppenhagen, Council on Aging Board member. And here we still have Rex Morris, Title VI Coordinator. I think he deserves that for another term. Let's give it to him.
Yeah, works for me.
Yeah. So just need a motion on those.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Yeah, the motion carries to approve that batch.
Shall we sign it for
On it, going back to economic development, we had Kent Lichty, and then, did we have another one on that? Because Jay Gould has resigned.
that? We'll have to update it.
You listed Jake Gould, didn't you?
I heard Jay's name.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have Jay. Okay, so Jay's not going to do it. Jay is not going to do it, so we take that one out.
He'd resigned as of last year, so.
Okay, so we need to talk to because that's a commissioner appointment, so if there's somebody, and that's entirely up to you. So if you think of somebody that would be good to serve on that board, I think he's just a citizen member.
Yeah. Joe was great. Yeah, to see him resign. Yeah.
I think that's an important appointment. So if you gentlemen come up with someone,
Okay.
we'll just show that one vacant. They meet monthly?
They just went to bi-monthly, but then there's subcommittees, especially with the housing subcommittee now, and stuff like that. But, they're a little bit more active. And then the executive board and I think what other governance committee, there's several subcommittees within that, economic development.
Okay, and then I've got the next list. So we've got Jim France to the Regional Sewer Board, and that's for a term January of this year through December of 26.
Okay.
I spoke to Adam Miller. We had a couple of, on the list, we had a couple of vacancies on the Adams County Hospital Association. And that is that's the building association or the building corporation for the hospital. Right now, I have a different list here. Yeah, right now there's Blair Brown is on there, Louise Ray and Sue Zerker, and then there's 2 vacant spots. The one spot, I've talked to them this morning, and they are recommending Andrew Briggs to serve, to fill one of those vacancies. So that's again, that's up to you. It's a commissioner's appointment. But if that's all right with you, then he's willing to serve.
He is willing.
Okay.
And I would certainly be in favor of that.
So,
I've got a question. Brad Brown, he's the director of Adams County Hospital Association, and he's also a member. So do we have to replace him as a member too, or?
yeah, I don't know why it's listed that way because it's just, I think it's just like being chairman. It's not a separate position.
I was curious.
Yeah. But he's not up for appointment. So Blair is still good. Louise and Sue Zerker's appointments are still in place. We just have 2 vacancies, and one of those, Andrew Briggs is willing to serve if you want to appoint him. So
I make a motion, we appoint Andrew Briggs.
okay.
Second.
So is that part of another round of appointments, or are we going to do motion totally separate?
We can do that. And then, well, I've also got here, I think I just read off Jim France and Andrew Briggs are the only 2 that I've read off. But you've got a motion to approve Andrew, so let me just send that one down so that you've got that motion.
You said there were 2 vacancies there. You have a recommendation of Andrew. Did they have another recommendation?
They're gonna get back to us on that one, yeah, very good. And again, this is just the hospital building corporation, not a hospital board.
Understood.
And then we've got, well, I've got Jim Franz, which we need a motion on that yet. And then also, Doug Bauman to the Public Defender Board, for a term. And I think you've already mentioned that, but this is just the form. So if I get a motion to approve those 2, I'll send those down.
Make that motion.
Second.
Motion carries.
And then also, I don't know if, I'll call Brooke and have her email it over because you've got 2 positions up on the Adams County Hospital Board. And the recommendation is to reappoint Candace Bauman and also Dave McIntyre from the hospital. And that was their recommendation. But again, that's the commissioner's appointment. So that's up to you, gentlemen.
You should have gotten a copy of that letter.
Yeah,
We did.
we've seen that.
You need a motion on that one now?
Yep.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
All right. Motion carries to approve the petition.
So I need to have Brooke send me those forms over. I don't know if she thought Adam was sending them, but I think we just put them on our form. So we'll get those here before the end of the meeting. Last one, which I should have put in the annuals, but I didn't because I thought, well, you might want to make a change. It's county attorney. Somebody, yeah.
Is that Nate Rankin there on there?
No. Yeah, it's more than willing to serve as you'll have me and enjoyed working for you gentlemen.
I'll make that motion.
Second. 3 point. All right. I'll third that motion.
One other one there, Mark, on the county plaque book technician. Did you talk to Bill about replacing Mike? I called Mike's office this morning to talk to Mike about it before I check with Bill. Oh, okay. Because I want to see what Mike recommends. I think Bill would do a great job if he's willing to do it. But I did call Mike and I haven't heard back from Mike yet.
Okay, well, I can tell you that Mike would like to continue doing that when he is not actively working as surveyor. He wants to try to find the time outside of surveyor hours that he can still do that. So I'm assuming that once he gets under that, and if he figures out a way of doing that, then we should be fine, because it's not gonna interfere with the surveyor's work. But if he finds that he doesn't have the time, then he's gonna look at something else.
I've got to see whether or not that's something we can do, because he's a contractor with, well, but he's appointed to that position. So, yeah, I've got to check and see if that creates an issue.
Yeah, I don't know, as a contracted position, he would be okay doing that, but obviously, if it's not, then we have to look something else, but
I got to figure that out. So, but I'll try.
Could I add into that? I know that Mike is actually, or Bill is actually going to be getting some work. He's getting a knee replacement. But he's going to be out of commission for a little bit. That's why I wanted to hurry on getting the Golden Meadows stuff finished up for us, because he knew he was going to be out in January anyway. So got a little leeway there, I think.
Yeah, let me check and see what we can do on that.
there's a possibility that at some point in a few months, I may have somebody else that would be very good at that. They would not want to do it right now. So,
Yeah, I need to, maybe after the meeting here, I can go catch Mike. I know I called the office this morning and he was busy with something. So hopefully I can run up there and talk to him.
okay.
It'd be great if we could have Mike continue to do that. He's done a fantastic job. Nobody actually knows that
He knows it
plat
very well.
book better than he does.
Yeah.
I suppose back in the day, it was, Frank Blackburn ran our plat books for
Mike
years.
does a very good
Years
job.
and years, but yeah, Mike does a great job. So, the other position I think we have is planning commission board member, and that's up to the commissioners. Have you made a decision on that? I think there's one there.
We had approached Bethany Edwards about filling that position.
Okay,
And at the time I talked to her, she was willing to serve.
okay.
And so, I guess it would be my thought that we offer that appointed position to her.
So Bethany Edwards. Okay.
Is there one opening on that? Or
Yeah, there's one opening, and that would be for a 4-year term, January of this year through the end of 2026. So that's, if you spoke with her and she's willing to accept that position, then we just need a motion to appoint her, and then we'll get a form for her.
What about that health board commissioner
I think that's,
with Bob Rhodes?
yeah, because he'll be going off, so we need to speak probably to, Jessica and see, if you guys
I'd like to take the plan commission as a second motion.
I know that plan commission, I mean, Steve and I served on that plan commission, that's a tough job, they have a lot of really, I think difficult things go through there. It's been, I know my tenure on the plan commission, it's been, my perspective was a little different. I think that a lot of the plan commission members were generally very ag-based, very ag-focused, and my short time on there,
it was interesting to sit in there and listen to those discussions, but it did feel a little like they were pretty heavy, a little bit one-sided. So I think if there's an opportunity to maybe add some diversity of thought there, and I think maybe that's a little bit of the direction that I see us trying to go, is to broaden that discussion around that table there and have it come from a lot of different angles versus kind of strictly that ag farmer perspective. I think that would give us more of an objective look at what's going on there with that planning commission.
Let's see if they any of those.
So I'll make that motion.
Yeah.
Okay.
None of those are.
I just want to say kudos to Rich Rhodes, because Rich Rhodes has done a fantastic job. And I'm sure that Mark would say he's done a fantastic job. But if that's what we're going to do, is switch directions, I will second the motion.
Okay, motion carries to, appoint Bethany Edwards to the planning commission.
Yeah, Rich is a really a hard worker in that group, and he's not afraid to go out and do some field work and get out and look at different things. And so Rich, and again, in my time, it's been a while since I've been on that board, but my time on that board, Rich is a really valuable contributing member. Just unfortunately, we only have just a few opportunities to kind of look at that, and Rich is up for reappointment now, and if we kind of want to add some like I said, diversity of thought to that group. I hate it that Rich is kind of the person that won't get reappointed. Just like I said, he's done nothing wrong as far as I can see it.
Very cool.
All right, well, I appreciate your thoughts, motion carries.
And then on the health board, I think we need to we'll check with Jessica, and then I'll look at the statute. It's a commissioner's appointment to the health board. And so we'll see, need to find somebody to fill that spot. And by statute, there's certain requirements for the health board.
That was one of the changes as far as commission assignments. I'm gonna be taking over that. As I mentioned.
And then we have I've got to check with Jeremy Gilbert on the Adams County Park and Recreation Board, because I think they had there was an appointment, but I don't know if they made it. And I'm just gonna check with him and see if that's open. And again, we've got the health board appointment to check, and that's due to the vacancy of Bob Rhodes then going on county council. Adams County Hospital Association, so we've got Andrew, we've got one more to talk to them about.
The ones that I'm showing that we have not discussed, we've got one to the public library board, and JD Adams currently.
Yeah, the public library board appointment is coming, Brooke, I've got to get on here, and they've got their own form that they use for that, so Kelly has her own form. Yeah.
So we've got JD Howard on there.
Yeah, that's one that we've got to check yet.
Okay.
Library board.
Should I put a question mark, or is that something we want to go ahead?
That may be the one that we're getting from Kelly.
Okay.
So we do it on our form, she makes us redo it on her form, so.
I'll put a question mark.
So, and then we've got to check Parks and Rec.
What's that? He said he's got to talk to
Did we
the
discuss the Parks and Rec? I need to talk to Jeremy Gilbert about
Oh,
it.
okay.
Oh, and I did talk to, Ian Gilbert. And so I've got to check and see, I thought I had these. I thought Brooke sent those over, but I don't see it. Because we've got, Kim Hyatt is on there, we just need to have an appointment form for her, so it would be for this year. And it would be a 4-year term, and she is willing to serve. So Kim Hyatt. And there was another one, but the other one is it's not been attending meetings, and I think the board's gonna take them off, but they haven't taken any action on it yet, but they're gonna let us know.
So the board lets us know both of those.
Yeah, well, Kim Hyatt is, we need to appoint,
Okay.
so I will have that form, I'll just send it over here.
Okay.
Do you want to take her individually, or do we have some others?
Yeah, I think on hers, you can do that, take action on that, because then you can sign the form, so it would be Kim Hyatt to Community Corrections Board.
Ready? The other ones that I've got that we haven't talked about are sewer board. I've got 3 of them on the sewer board.
Those, I think those on this form that's not correct. The only one that we had to reappoint was Jim France. Yep.
Gotcha, okay.
And Jim was in that first group that we
Yep.
talked about.
Yep, you've approved him. I can't remember, I'm moving, jumping around here. Did we have a motion to approve Candace Ballman and Dave McIntyre to the hospital?
We're good on that. I don't know yet if they did Kim Hyatt yet. We've actually had the motion.
I don't think we've had a motion on Kim Hyatt yet.
I thought we just.
But maybe you did just do a motion. I did.
So we're good with Kim.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. I missed that.
And that's Community Corrections Board. She's the education administrator.
Community Corrections Advisory Board, or?
So it's Community Corrections Board.
Yep.
Is that HIATT or HY?
I have it as HIATT. And that's all I got right now. Let me get on here and get these forms sent over.
Do you have any more that need signed today, other than ones already had?
Yeah, I'm gonna have some. I'm gonna have, Brooke's gonna,
They can start on these, and they'll still be.
yeah, they can start on those.
Good. Well, that's all I've got on my list that we took action on, and the ones that we have to check on, so. Well, I know we've got a lot of boards and committees that we're responsible for giving direction to by means of board appointments, and so those are both boards and also department heads. So I'm real confident with the ones that we've approved, especially department heads, that, you know, we've got a good direction for our county departments with our all 27 different departments. We've got a lot to manage as far as keeping things running in the county. So, you know, we've taken these appointments very seriously and look to those to give direction to county government. So we appreciate everyone that serves and contributes to all of our departments. So, so we look forward to another big year, safe year and efficient year, and good responsible use of the county resources that we have. So, all right, thanks for your work on that, Mark, because I know you put a lot of time into that as far as going through all the different.
Yeah, Brooke's got all the forms put together, so I'll we'll have her email the ones that you have to sign that you just approved, so. The other thing I've got.
Sign those.
Yeah.
I'll make this first.
Well,
Yeah, go ahead.
got another tax parcel. If you recall, we had the surplus tax parcel over there on, I think it was High Street. We went through the process of notifying adjoining landowners and taking bids, and nobody wanted it. We've got another one that I think we'll have more interest in, and this one's over off of the railroad tracks. Where the railroad, over 27, it's near Denny Johnson's area in Reinhardt Landscaping. And it's basically part of railroad right of way. It's been kind of a junk area. But I think there's adjoining owners interested in that parcel. And so we've got a resolution to offer that for sale for a minimal amount. The actual value of it, the appraised value, is below the threshold for actually conducting competitive bid auction in the normal fashion. So you don't have to have it appraised, and you can offer it for sale. And so recommended offering price or minimum offering price is $500. That tax parcel is ID'd here as a tax parcel number located on South 12th Street. The tax parcel ID is in the resolution here, which is 010503-700-001.000-022. I can tell you I've spent quite a bit of time with Mike Ruling trying to figure out the legal description on this and the history of this tax parcel, and it ought to get back on the tax rolls and have somebody own it and take care of it. So this resolution, first resolution, Adams County Board of Commissioners for 2023-1, which is a resolution, Adams County Board of Commissioners authorizing the sale of surplus property owned by Adams County. The county's determined that the cost of the public to maintain the tract exceeds the fair market value. Accordingly, county's not required to have it appraised. It can offer it for sale. The county desires to sell the property with initial offering price of $500, subject to the receipt of open bids by the public. Within 10 days of the adoption of this resolution, then we will publish a notice according to law advertising the sale and also notifying the abutting landowners by certified mail. And then we'll set a date and time in the publication to receive bids. And then after the publication, if we don't receive notices from, the county does not receive from any persons other than abutting landowners eligible offer to purchase the property at or in excess of the initial offering price, then the county can conduct a negotiation and sell the property according to law. And so in other words, if you don't get enough, if you don't have public bidding greater than the offering price and you don't have a landowner that offers the minimum offering price, you can still negotiate with them to get it sold and get it back on the tax rolls. So this is just then a resolution approving that process, setting the minimum offering price at $500, published notice. We will also send notice to the abutting landowners. I just need a motion to approve that resolution 2023-1.
So moved. Second.
Yep.
We've sent the library for.
Okay.
Well. It's so bad. I think I approve it because I want her all filled out.
You want to say it? Yeah.
Probably before that.
Yeah. Let me see what I can get here from Brooke.
Spreadsheet, I thought over already.
All right, so we'll get that published and see if we can get that taken care of.
Your fault.
you signed there today?
Couple. It looks like they've got, on the library board appointment here, I just got this from Brooke, so, and it's on a state appointment form, so. It looks like they're recommending, apparently, J.D. Heller is being replaced. And it is Linda Schwartz, the Adams County Public Library Board. Yeah,
So where are we at on pricing?
good question.
I just wondered, you brought it up, I didn't know, heard anything back again or not.
Nobody will take it. I'm gonna try to talk to the north landowner again.
Yeah.
I can tell you that the landowner to the south absolutely should take it.
Yeah,
But I think there's the medical things going
yeah,
on.
there, yeah. Okay, so we're kind of at a standstill on that
Yeah.
right now? Okay.
That's right, did you guys do some work on that as far as cleaning it up and
So,
stuff?
yeah, we cleaned it up, put in there, got all the stumps and that out, and we actually put grass seed down and then we mowing it. So, yeah, we've been actually mowing it and taking care of it.
Or just designated as a park? How wide is it?
16 feet by, was it 120? Wow, something like that.
All right, so here's,
Do we need a motion on that?
yeah, so this is for the appointment of Linda Schwartz to the Adams County Public Library Board trustees, term beginning January 1st of this year through December 2026. Need a motion to approve that appointment.
I'll make that motion.
Good, motion carries.
This is a strange form, so on this form, they've got, all three of you are making the appointment, then I gotta notarize all three signatures. And so down here,
It's free to come down and notarize that.
I can notarize it. So down here, you just gotta get three signatures on two lines, so spread it out there. They've got it all filled out, just except for the date. I screwed that up. I said 3rd day of December. Let me reprint that. Yeah, I missed the new year.
It used to be.
3rd day of January. Yeah, that's a bad one. Just send that one down. I'll reprint it here.
We'll just make copies of everything after it's signed.
Yeah.
2 lines for 3 signatures.
I'll shorten mine up there.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll get with Brooke here. We'll get these forms and we can sign them here at the end of the meeting or after the meeting.
There's the one that being notarized.
Okay.
Hey, it's Brooke there. It's me, Mark. That's all right. What's that?
Those are the ones that need notarized.
Yep.
We did take action on the ground down on 12th Street. Is it 11th Street?
Hey,
Something you did, you were out, Stan, when you.
I want to go just at the.
I didn't see it in the email, but that's reached the threshold of appraisals.
There's 23.
223. Yeah.
Yeah, we do. Association? Okay, yeah, there's also, I need to do Adams County. That one I do have. I do. Yeah, this one, I forgot. Covered it with you probably. It's, and I didn't know if Adam was gonna send them, but it's Candace Boney Bauman and Dave McIntyre to the Adams County Hospital Board of Trustees. Yeah, and then Kim Hyatt. I'm trying to see because I think,
What's my chances of going through these without two of them sticking together?
Full size.
yeah, it's 23 to 26 on the. Yeah, those two, and then Kim Hyatt.
That's what I was saying.
If you have her spelling,
Because they have
H-I-A-T-T.
people that are appointed as county office assignments. Angie and Brooke work together on that stuff.
I called Ian and he said we need to do the appointment.
When was Lynn's last day?
This Friday, 6th.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, just go ahead and do the 1 year then.
Oh, do you?
Oh, and then I'm also gonna change the spelling on for, well, the name for Jessica. We have Jessica. And it's Jessica Rutschilling.
You work in the.
I work just an hour.
Usually Wednesdays and Thursdays, so
I
I
didn't
didn't
catch that.
unless there's something else going on, but. So Tuesday, I got Tuesday off.
That's, where she got that. No, that's it. Just the two hospital board of trustees, Kim Hyatt and then Fix Jessica. All right, thank you. Yeah, bye. She's making those changes. So
I'm not sure where we're at. We're kind of a little behind as far as Mark. Do we have a lot of stuff to
no,
cover?
we're good. I mean, you can go ahead. Yeah, you can go ahead.
Well, we have a couple of resolutions you were supposed to bring into us from last week.
We did one.
That was the one that we just did, the tax sale.
All right.
Or the
Yeah.
tax property.
If you're okay with that, if I bring Mark out.
Good.
Hey, Mark. You guys come on up. Sorry for the delay.
What's that?
We're gonna get one to Kelly.
This? No, I'm just gonna notarize it. Send it to her.
We got to have one kind of just bypass you, so
It's like, so,
I apologize for that.
Got 3 subdivisions today.
no, I don't have to notarize that. It's just her. I don't have to notarize.
So when she comes in to sign that, we'll have to read it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you have both.
Very good.
That's good.
So,
Very good.
your property.
This is what we're doing.
This is only in great shape.
We have got
Library line.
1, 2, 3. So that picture is apparently coming clear up. Yes.
This,
Every time that you get it,
it's right here, where it turns down. Right there.
want to get a hold of the people that's being appointed, make sure they are okay with
But we took one piece of property,
I don't.
they made it into three, and now they are access.
Maybe some.
It's 30 and it's 30 foot
All of it.
easement, which had to be a minimum of 30. Now they get way here.
Wow, so they're coming off of 200 clear back here.
Oh, my God.
I was asking where the road.
That's what I was trying to figure out where that's what I was.
Road frontage and a long
Easement.
easement.
Okay. Make motion.
Is that? It meets the 2 acre limit and it's got the access, it had to be 30 foot wide. It meets the rules.
Okay. Second. Got a motion and a second. Motion carries.
They had late, they were late.
Crazy.
More of that. Till we let John come to their house. Whatever, as long as it was laid out. But we gotta keep on. Yeah, we want to get behind. The thing is, it can't, you know. Yeah, okay. So he and I was that this separate on Saturday, but we would go through that. So there I something that's not going to around that. Yeah.
A little more straightforward, but this rectangle turned into 3 lots. 2 acre, which is actually 4. Cutting out this guy, because that's the actual cemetery. Since the problem.
So they still got enough frontage.
A little tiny piece, because he's selling it on 2 acres, that became a 2 acre.
With all this stuff we're doing, looking for this, except for some of them are solidified the way it sounds. Usually I get, sometimes given a sheet of all the appointments and that type thing. Should we wait until you get the okay on certain ones?
I've got a list here that I can copy.
You want to
Yep, it'll take me a few minutes. I'm just,
copy what I'm doing one for them?
yep,
Do we can work through that?
yep.
Okay, that's good.
Thank you. I'll get rid of it.
Get this one.
This is between 100 and 200 south, and right on 27, and they're making it into 3 lots. One property. One, lot 2, remainder. Lot 3.
And this is already here.
Yes. This is the shape of the lot today. And then, so that's already cut out of it. That's that portion. And this has already been going. So,
That's how.
these are actually like 2 rectangles that we draw out.
So how are they getting back there?
Everything's 27,
Okay.
and this is easements.
Oh, I see it.
You have to have 60 for the first portion. You have 2 lots behind you. So that's why it's 60 from here to here, not 30 from here to there.
You got a lot to do.
All right. So moved. Second. Motion carries.
And I've got a question for legal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So when they do this,
yes,
if their access is off 27, do they have to get approved from the state?
no, I've got it done.
So what happens if they say, no, you're too close to an intersection or whatever? Does that nullify?
Doesn't nullify the, where the pins are in the ground, but it's kind of like laying ground and hoping it passes a perk test for septic. You probably should figure that out first. That's not their, we don't have to make them do that.
Right.
So they're taking a chance. Honestly, they almost always go through, unless there's some extraordinary reason not to. Question I had for you is, we have one appointment, you guys did the plan commission, but we have one on BTA for Doug Hartman, and that's a plan commission appointment to BZA. Yeah, it's plan commission that does it, not commissioners.
Board of Zoning Appeals, oh, it's a plan commission appointment.
Yes, so my question is,
Oh, okay.
our first meeting is, Thursday, the date that is, of this month, so BZA is first. Plan's second. How can I do that? How can Doug serve on the meeting that he hasn't been reappointed to yet?
He's the chairman of the.
Same thing.
It's okay.
So is he okay to just,
He can attend, you just never know.
just shouldn't vote, whatever we should do?
I've got him down as a commissioner's appointment for some reason.
We have a plan. That means maybe we're wrong.
I don't know. The appointing body here shows Doug Hartman, but it also shows his appointment isn't up until 2024. I don't know, Tony, this
That might be the, he's on both.
That's on both. Board of Zoning Appeals member right here. It shows him appointed the 21st to the end of 24. That's on the auditors. I think that's on their list now.
We have, work together on that list, so.
We might have to.
Make sure we're on safe.
I'm just so, yeah, I don't know, that's.
Since he's got to be up last year.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark, I've got one of those meetings coming up for a minor subdivision next week at 2:00. Is that, one of those meetings take place?
Plan committee.
It was 2:00, the right time for that?
Yeah, okay.
That's what you gotta do.
All I got.
Nice work.
Get some documents here, hopefully.
Yeah, when you're up, then have one thing to start. Good, a little time is in there. Good church. Mark, you too. Mark, Commissioners, I just want to let you know, when Gary's last day is this Friday, February 6th. And we're going to 9 to 11. In our office, but don't say anything, it's supposed to be a surprise. So she won't see the recording until she reads it in the paper. I'm not taking that. And they won't even listen. But just for you four, so if you want to drop by between 9 and 11. Okay.
When is this?
This Friday, 9 to 11 in the office.
Say again what it is, Tony? What do you?
It's a retirement surprise recognition for surprise when.
What's that?
You didn't know anything yet. It was a surprise. She's retiring after 17 years. Yeah, I don't think it's been 17, it's been like 14 years. Okay. Yeah, but I just want to make sure that you four knew about it and invited. So,
I don't hear anything at home either.
I know, Jim. I'm married, I know what you mean.
I just went back and told these guys, some young guy, Rory asked me what the best advice was.
In your office, Tony?
I said,
Yeah.
make her think you're going to do everything she says, listen to her, just go out and do what you want to.
But see, I got the second part of that wrong, because I actually do everything she tells me. I've done it all 33 years. Brad?
I'm still married, so I don't think so.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. She says I do what I want.
Here is that. Just the fast, coming on two sides. I know it stays paper, but I don't know. Since it's and I have to, if we need to leave. So yeah, that's that resolution, that resolution. Oh, put it on the other side. Dave's on one side. There is default for that, but oh my gosh. All right, let's try it again. Yeah, this is for our farm out there. It has to be filled out.
Would you do that?
Steve and I used to chat about everything else. Now I feel like I have to say thank you, Your Honor. When you're behind the bench, I don't know how to address
You have to be careful, don't you?
you. We're giving Michelle a couple.
She won't fill it out. It's spawned by others. You can just fill out 2 boxes and then sign it. That's kind of what I hope. Sounds like those here. That's why I said, sure, I'll fill it out. If you read the second or third page, it says, you're right, you're running, run your codes. I might not be too quick, but I'm pretty quick on that. Those 2 will look at it. Department forms for Candace Bauman and Dave McIntyre.
What's his name that way? Spelled it in the name.
Did we approve those? Is that one of the actions we approved?
Yes.
Okay.
You have those, you have this.
You got that letter. Yeah, I guess we did have that discussion.
I don't know if he had. But he's got it.
You give the third witness story out of it.
There's Ken Hyatt's for
Word,
That.
he said on the
Which one is that?
That is. Dave McIntyre.
Figure out the correct spelling of this. But that's Doug. It's Doug.
No, I'll check. Let me check with, Brooke. She's got it.
But I'm just.
She'll get it right. I will post the story for the first stats.
I'm sorry, you can pay attention to that. I'm gonna try to see if I can break.
I remember.
Hey, got a question for you. Can you check, Travis Baldwin, Travis Chatters, letter, he had spelled C.
Yeah.
I know we've got paperwork there, so we should know what. I don't know if he's wrong or if we're wrong.
Actually, we were watching your kids have a great day.
Mhm. Oh, no.
I said, so like, your house got 500,000.
Yeah.
And then I checked out again, it was 100. Then it's 200. There's 500. Bill, that was pretty
I can fix it right here. It's IC. There's a big chunk of power out. So Adam, I figured Adam probably. But out in Decatur, I think I'm surprised we have.
I got
Thanks.
Sounds like you pretty close.
Oh, that's what they said.
Yes.
I was actually.
Okay.
Asia's kid, I think it's 24, I guess I'll. That's
Yeah,
it.
sure.
The guy who was home every day doing the whole party.
Sure, that's something.
He's gone.
I see whatever that. You know, so where do we go from the first page? I got it. I've got documents there. I know what it is. That is an I. So update it in your, that's correct. Yeah, update it in your list. I'm sure Brooke will, but I'll tell him. Otherwise, we'll perpetuate it.
Scared my head.
Do you remember when the Lions played back? The Lions played that in the Bears game. It was the Lions Bears played back in 1971. But it was, yeah, but it was.
Ever hear people? Like, looking up, when you get a chance, he was great about basketball. One of the best ball players. Dr. Dobson, that was like a Christian counselor, he was on the radio. He and Pete Merritt played a pickup game in some gym, and Merritt was 45, on the spot, he had a heart failure in this. I looked up the names sometime, he was one of the great ball players of all time.
There's the certificate of appointment for Bethany Edwards, then, signed motion.
Oh,
is that right? You got yours, huh?
And then he went off, waited a few hours, and ran down the class.
I don't think we have an itinerary on the public defender.
No.
Which is good.
Right.
Here's the certificate of appointment for Jessica Chilling instead of Jessica.
That's.
And then here's the correct spelling for Candace. You need
It
that
wasn't
one.
much. It was just, you know.
Oh, he got me.
You know, like,
And then you just give it this way.
James.
But it happened without the car before. It just happened there. I really respect.
My pins are all
I don't think it shows that there are things going forward.
Heck of a welcome for Steve down there in the first place.
I signed more crap than I have in the last year. It's fine.
Yeah, I covered all of these football. And it was kind of like that when he played in South.
On the signatures.
Look, it's like.
Your hand gets tired, just switch hands and say, I like to.
I still have all this other stuff too.
Is this a mark question on this here? And the Southport responded.
I actually think that's one of those things.
Language.
It's not mandatory. I think it's just a request.
No, these are mandatory, these things.
Yeah, they always say they're mandatory.
So don't worry about
Nobody's ever done them.
I thought mine just fit mine out. Keep over years, because this is stuff, you start looking through that. That's- What I do is I keep it out, because you trying to. I mean, if it, I can take a look at it, but it's still good to communicate with somebody else that was this year. I'm trying to, yeah, at this point, I'm just trying to fix this list here so I can give a list of all the appointments to the president for the Sunday. Did you look at something? Yep. Adam Slater, that you probably. I don't know, failed to respond to him, so he reminded me a couple of weeks ago, resolution, no, he's already signed it, right? There's two of them. And at the time I told him, I said, let me show, run it past you and see what you think. I mean, it seems pretty,
It's a lot of stuff.
I didn't know exactly what else this yard. I mean, I worked for, it was only for something I worked with.
He had 3 inboxes on his desk. One said done. The middle one said too hard. And the last one said not important enough.
You want to take a copy with you of that resolution, or you want me to send it? I've got two. Yeah, I can take it.
So where did you serve at?
Or I guess they're behind there.
I served 4 years out of Fort Sill, Oklahoma. 3 years, another 6 years in the reserve. So that was, that particular guy was at my reserve. It was down at Rushville, an artillery unit in Rushville, Indiana, that I worked at.
I served 2 years in Fort Ord, California, 6 years in
I know this is Club City.
Okay.
Here, Rick Meyer.
Our city's infantry, yeah. So I think-
Oh, I see, okay. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
We had a church then. When I was always.
A little bit of TT, so it's that nobody beat it, or UTT, SCH.
I don't.
I was the last
What the number of days?
unit in Fort Ord. That's why. Fort Ord is always a great duty station. You can ever get stationed there at Alabama. Yeah. Fort Ord.
This way, next, that way.
Middle of the summer, it was only 70 degrees. It's right there on that pinch flood. It was,
Yeah, I think they
well, they sure had a good time.
Yeah, I bet.
When's our chairs come?
I don't think he's even ordered these yet.
Oh,
What's
is there a reason? I thought we passed that order. Was there an order?
He's all
We
away.
got busy doing other things.
I think that paperwork, since it's gonna stay the same, I don't think we need to do anything. So I'll just tell them it was.
I think you got busy with that.
Yes, that's. I've got to do the same.
Because
I'll say something.
I don't want to screw something up with that.
Because you're signed up in DocuSign, right? 'Cause you did it last year.
I think so, yeah.
No,
But
I'll
I've
just,
changed computers since then, so I don't know whether I lost that paper.
so I'll just tell him it's the same, because then they can start the other stuff.
Okay.
Because that's all they needed, was
Just
just
make
make
sure,
sure.
I don't want to screw something up and be late on signing this. so-
I'll get hold of it.
Okay.
See you, Adrian.
No, Brenda, I heard there's a story in the last week.
I don't know how long these chairs are. Ever since I started.
Guys can sue. I mean, I don't know, see that either.
Doesn't look like anything.
Breaking the action.
You're the great one.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah.
They just have to notify me of that. I'll ask Mark. This is just notification. We just have to notify all the entities, right? Nothing the commissioners has to take action on.
In the work
Just a
count
letter they got.
Saturday, they always, the Friends of the Limbaugh sponsor a bird count. Terry sent me a bunch of stuff. I always go at noon, then they have the chili, lunch at Winross Cabin. Oh, really? I missed all that. She sent me a summary last night. They had the highest count they've ever had this year. Went well.
Of visitors, you mean?
Pardon me?
Of visitor, or the highest count of what?
Birds.
Oh, birds, okay.
And people come from the Ottawa Society and Muncie and different places came and helped with it.
I just saw that there was some actress that left a whole bunch of money to the Friends of the Lost.
That's correct.
So, I don't know how much it was, but I thought it was.
When she died, her family said if you want to donate in her honor, you can either donate to this charity or so I think there's a dollar. I don't know if there will be money, but that's what her family really said. Yeah, she was in Parks and Rec, the NBC said.
Oh, that's right. Well, that was pretty cool.
Somebody,
And that's probably why it was probably an article. Yeah.
I can't think of his last name right now, takes a lot of pictures of birds and stuff to live on. So it was a tree where the land was in secret, and there were 37 eagles. Yeah, I'm sure you
Oh, my word.
Mike Schwartz, in the morning when he went out on the last hole of the golf course, he goes right across. There was a tree there that had eight eagles sitting in it when they left, so they were really.
Wow.
I've been taking pictures of a couple, they call us.
Yeah, I think so, and I think you just.
Sit on that tree, a lot, quite a bit, they call me.
And also they got it. Yeah.
Sitting
We
there
didn't
together.
make that, so keep
We were
it, yeah.
just together there and there. Terry said, when you see that, they're getting ready to bear children.
There's a couple, three really huge eagle nests.
What's that?
There's a couple of really big, huge eagle nests there along the river.
Yeah.
Off of 850.
That's mine.
Huge ones.
So if you
Well,
want
they, that's not what they're doing.
to read it, make it.
They got somebody took a picture of a tree out there and had 37 eagles. Danny Briggs showed it to them.
Yeah, they take visual action, but it's just notification and.
Incredible.
Interesting tidbit. Yep.
There's a pretty active nest over by Newport, been there for years, and they're still using it. And every spring, they always rebuild their nests, and it always gets a little bigger. You see an eagle nest, been there 8 or 9 years, it's a huge nest, they're always building it up.
Well, it's been nice, the more eagles we have, the less disturbed cats.
That's fun. Very good. Oh, I know. Oh, thank you. Awesome.
Interesting tidbit of information. We appoint Kent Lutke to Economic Development Corporation, and Jay Gould is.
There was a guy here that was sick, always poor.
There's always is that for your appointment?
He turned his head and looked back, and the squirrel was gone. There was an eagle flying away. The squirrel was now.
That's pretty quick if he can catch a squirrel.
They are quick. Eagles are. I don't see how they can see fish in the water from so high. On the Wabash, every so often you'll see an eagle just come down from whatever, just go right down in the water and come out, fish and take off. It's amazing.
My sister lives on a lake in Texas.
They have,
Last year I was down
they say
there.
they have got about the shallow size of many.
She's got osprey down there. Yeah, osprey will go down and stay underwater for a while.
They almost look like eagles.
Yeah.
Well, the winds are incredible. Winds can stay under, like current.
You have rooms over there.
Yeah, usually just in the spring, when it's cold, and usually as soon as it gets warm, by about end of May, June, I don't know, I must go north. But they're neat, they got a
Islands of Wild.
very distinct call, yeah. Yeah.
Slope went down so much.
Who's the,
I was out there one day and there was with them, they were on the slope, went down there, 4 eagles just walking around the place. Wow. They were doing their job, they were cleaning up here.
Did you ever see eagles when they're mating?
I want to send that to Angie,
They'll
that
just-
too.
They'll just swirl around each other and fly up straight up. You know, just almost like a dance going straight up.
So, oh, I can get it. For that piece.
Butterflies do that too. Well, you know, they come right at each other, and they go and come at each other. Monarchs especially, I've seen them, they just like a whirlwind on them.
Yeah, we'll be waiting on that. I'm just updating this list.
Okay.
I thought we had lost the meeting.
Yeah, and I didn't know if there was anything else we need to take action on in that. There was that one letter.
This was that worth money.
Yeah, they just went the list, so he's populating that right now.
So,
So is that it then? Yeah. Yep.
okay.
I'm just working on, give them a list of the appointments that you just made, so. Rather than give them a list of all the ones that don't apply. Sure. I'm not the best at this, but I'm getting there.
If there's nothing else as far as official business, anything else from the general public? I'll accept the motion to adjourn.
So moved. Second.
Okay.